Teams down, we can actually play a game of football.
Yeah, 8 wins on the bounce with 5 clean sheets for us. What does that say about this Blues side going into the new year with so much momentum as the players make their way out of the tunnel?
Well, and that's been with a mixture of starting 11s too, so it just shows you the strength of the squad. Everything that's going off the pitch is going very, very well indeed. You just have to come to the ground early and see the amount of people that are here at 1:30 packing out the fan parks. Everything off the pitch is going right. Everything on the pitch is going right now, but you have to work very, very hard to keep that going.
Yeah, and there go the pyrotechnics to greet the players onto the turf. The fireworks go up as well. Thankfully, not as much fog and mist as we saw on Boxing Day, as Blues in our royal blue jerseys, white shorts and blue socks. Blackpool now all tangerine kit with the white trim. And as Moon said, the final lineup of 2024, Chris Davies makes 6 changes, the side that beat Burton on Boxing Day, as he shuffles the pack again during what is a busy period in the calendar. Taylor Gardner-Hickman starts against his former manager at West Bromwich Albion. He will be at right back. Lee Buchanan, Pek Sung-ho and Alfie May come back in. Christoph Clara returns from suspension to start, and Emil Hansen makes his first league start since the 22nd of October, fully returning from injury this afternoon. Jay Stansfield among the substitutes, and Keshi Anderson not involved today due to that squad rotation against his former club. So Ryan Alsop starts in goal, looking for 4 on 2024, a year full of ambition and aspiration. This, the 91st league, after what has been a tough period for him. Right for the delivery into that near post from the corner kick. Hansen only half away. It's held back into the penalty area. Pek Sung-ho prevented the ball from bouncing. There he is again. Pek to head out to Lyndon Dykes, who will look to hold this up. The Blackpool captain this afternoon. And it's Husband who gets the first contact on the aerial ball for a Blues throw. We get on with it quickly. Pek linking up with Bielik and Taylor Gardner-Hickman on the right-hand side. And Bielik retreating into his own territory. Bielik carrying the ball up to the halfway line for Blues. This congestive festive period, has to be said, of Cochrane, Davis, Clara and Bielik. It's normally Alex Cochrane who's pushing on down that left-hand side, but as you say, Moons, Gardner-Hickman just looks like a mirror image of what Cochrane normally plays as on that left-hand side.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main plans. You know, we spoke about it from the off. The switch of play and the diagonal pass is certainly something that they work on the training pitch, and it seems to pay off for them. When they're playing well, they're switching the play quickly. That forward position, but what you do get is somebody who works tirelessly hard to try and keep hold of the ball, compete and win headers and cause a different issue.
It's one deep inside Blackpool territory for Blues, but Williamson can't link up with May. It's come back for Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Iwata looking to make something happen with a piercing ball to the penalty area. It's broken for Williamson. He's got Hansen outside of him, also Ethan Laird, and Blues managed to get the ball out of a tight cul-de-sac and we can ping it around once again near the halfway line. Iwata,
Grand periods of time.
Yeah, it's certainly something opposition teams have looked to nullify, the dominance that Peck and Iwata can exert over the fixture. As you say, Iwata has gone on the ball a lot more in the past 5 minutes or so. Just looking to pick those avenues of exploration for Blues as we go back to Christoph Klar, under pressure from Fletcher, all the way back to Allsop. Nicely done under pressure from the Blackpool striker into Peck, who receives a shove in the back and a trip from the onrushing Lee Evans and receives the free kick from the referee. Peck maybe caught with a couple of studs and has felt the full force of the challenge from Lee Evans, the Welsh midfielder. Christoph Klar and Ashley Fletcher already developing in the early stages here. Klara just using his body to ease Fletcher out of the way so the ball could carry back to Ryan Allsop. It's a 5-strong Blackpool press on Ethan Laird, which he does well to twist away from and then take the contact from Rob Apter. Free kick here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park as they look to squeeze down the left-hand side. Long ball over towards Fletcher, is well dealt with by Bielik. Cushion header down to Peck. Space to turn and space to drive. Over the halfway line he goes. Offloads to Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Solid bank of 4 in front of him of tangerine shirt. So back we go for Bielik. And back we go to Ryan Allsop inside his 18-yard box.
It's comfortable, isn't it? Defensively for Birmingham at the moment.
Way results in a Blues throw-in. Allsop clips into a promising area where Lyndon Dykes has taken up his position. Paek Sung-ho across to Ethan Laird, then Hansen. Blues just looking to work up the gears. The left-hand touchline, looking to glide in field. Sidesteps a fire. Can't find a way past Evans. Paek Sung-ho arrives on the scene and has robbed the fire of possession. Alfie May to Moki Iwata, urged to shoot, instead goes wide to Gardner-Hickman. First time ball into the penalty area. Yeah, comfortable is certainly how you can describe the performance against Burton Albion. Blues managing that game very nicely indeed, just to conserve some energy in the tank for what is a congested fixture list. As we come forward again with Hansen waltzing in field, he's picked up Paek Sung-ho, return to Hansen. It's a brilliant save by Harry Tyra, full stretch down to his left-hand side. Blues still in the hunt. Hansen stands up towards the back post and a fire can glance it behind for a corner kick. Best move of the game, best chance of the game for Blues. Flying save from Harry Tyra.
The movement and the passing and the vision of players going forward at the moment, everybody's getting in on it. Hansen on that occasion, ball was just slightly, perhaps half a yard behind him, which meant he couldn't get as much power, but found the bottom corner only for the goalkeeper to see it all the way.
Corner kick Blues, left-hand side. Paek Sung-ho into that packed 6-yard box. The Blackpool head that gets there first. Casey back out to the corner taker. Peck looks to combine with Willemsen. It's back to Ethan Laird. Still bodies up if Laird can measure this cross. Long towards Dykes, who nods down for Alfie May. Right corner of the penalty area. Still Blues bodies up in this attack. May fires to the edge of the penalty area. Half cleared by Joseph, only as far as Taylor Gardner-Hickman. We're still inside Blackpool territory for another phase of this corner kick, but Laird's ball through to Dykes. Sure, a chunk of stoppage time remaining in this first half, and Blackpool have just shown an interest in the past 5 minutes. On a Luger of fire, and he runs out of room and surrenders the throw-in for Blues.
Argue that they've stuck to their game plan very, very well. Birmingham have had a lot of possession.
Peck barrels through the challenge and finds Willemsen inside Blackpool territory. Taylor Gardner-Hickman's cross. Lyndon Dykes is arriving at the... And Apter will look to return the favour to Ashley Fletcher with the ball into the penalty area. That's easily dealt with at the back by Blues. And then Laird under pressure. Frost free kicks that he's blown for. It's been a very stop-start in stoppage time. Plenty of offences. The most recent from Lee Evans on Willemsen in the middle of the park. Just dragging back at the Icelandic international before he could step out and drive Blues up the field. You just feel this first half has been stalled of momentum by that stop-start nature that we've seen throughout the now 48 minutes.
I think when you look at the overview of it, there was probably 7 or 8 minutes where Birmingham had wave after wave of attack, culminating in a few efforts at goal. Only one trouble in the goalkeeper. But other than that, yes, it's been broken up.
Peck's delivery into Clara. The ball was loose in the penalty area, but Blackpool just about managed to scramble it away as we approach the 5th minute of 10 added on at the end of this first half. Lee Buchanan was stretched off inside the first 5 minutes. We had a few stoppages after that throughout the 45 minutes, and Emil Top and Carl Joseph with a point-blank header as he got his angles all wrong and sending out for a throw-in. Meanwhile, down the other end, it's Emil Hansen who's brought the best out of Harry Tyra and the Blackpool goal, forcing him into a flying save away to his left-hand side. First action for Harris down the left-hand side. Checks back for Pek Sung-ho. Left-footed ball into the penalty area. Stood up for Willemsen. It was just over him. It's bounced through for Taylor Gardner-Hickman, right-hand side. Iwata lets the ball run and sets up Bielik, who will tee up into the penalty area. It's an orange head that gets there first. Brought down by Blackpool. One back by Peck. And Peck looked like, you know, he may have dived in with the challenge, but he won all the ball. No?
I'm not sure whether he's given it for the challenge prior to that from Laird, because he's won the ball clean.
5 minutes to go in stoppage time at the end of the first half, of which we'll have 10 minutes. We're into the 5th of that. Harris can't beat a fire to find Peck. Peck has won it back and then is upended by a wild swipe by Carl Joseph, and the fans in the lower cop over there asking the question as to why that's not a caution. Under pressure from Joseph can calmly find Laird. Likewise for Peck, over the top it goes looking for Willemsen, just misses his touch to bring it under control, and that completely lost that in the sky. I had no idea where the ball was going to drop. Willemsen hoped it would drop onto his boot. Difficult skill, and it bounces through to Tyra.
It's a smart move because you never know what's going to happen. We've seen already 2 players go down with injury. You don't want to have to finish the game with 10 men.
And already it's Pek Sung-ho looking over the top for Jay Stansfield. That's dealt with by Casey back there for Blackpool. Running through the 2-11s in a moment, because here come Blackpool down the right-hand side of the left. Plays into Alfie May early in the first half. Blues are looking interesting. We've won a corner down the left-hand side, courtesy of the...
Taking the game to Blackpool. Hopefully an injection of pace and energy from Stansfield, but also good opportunities from set pieces.
Pek Sung-ho from this near side, the left, be a right-footed delivery into a packed 6-yard box, but the referee Lewis Smith picking up where he left off in the first half. Very whistle happy. Walking to as he battles on the front post with Taylor Gardner-Hickman, and gives the all clear to Sung-ho to deliver. Tilton not happy with something. I think Taylor Gardner-Hickman was being held after all by Carl Joseph following the referee's intervention, but the ball comes back to the corner taker Pek Sung-ho. Neat turn away and looks to combine with Harris. Davis into the fray immediately with a header away against Fletcher. Goal side on the cover. Peck. This is what we needed to do in the second half. Just get hold of the ball to bring an end to that Blackpool spell.
It is, but Blackpool's defensive unit has almost turned into a back 5 now. One midfielder dropping in very, very deep to cope with Willemsen.
Stansfield made the run. Peck thought about it. Instead, he goes square to Christian Bielik. This is where we need to pound the stone and keep working away, digging into the reserves of this Blackpool back line. Peck sweeps out to this near side, whose bodies, and he's robbed of possession by Ben Davis. Here comes Pek Sung-ho charging up to the halfway line. Ethan Laird isolated, only Harris in front of him, so have to go back to Peck.
So frustrating for the supporters. Stansfield's been on the pitch 20 minutes now. I don't think he's had a touch of the ball yet. Sonny Carey has been called to the bench by Steve Bruce, so he's going to make his first throw of the dice.
Pek Sung-ho. Ethan Laird into this near side. Pek Sung-ho. Chris Davis screaming at his players to get this ball across to this left-hand side. They oblige and find Ethan. So that point, I mean the gap, if it stays like this, reduced to a point as we go into 2025. We have 20 minutes to change that. So free kick for Blues midway inside the Blackpool half on the left-hand side from centre. Peck will deliver a right-footed in-swinger. Bielik's up from the back, as is Ben Davis. Willemsen a target also. 20 minutes on the clock to find a breakthrough. Peck swings into a dangerous area. Ben Davis was interested, he threw out a leg. Ben Davis has been so effective inside our own box this season, looking to strike in the opposing one, and he was inches away from doing so. And what was a delightful delivery from Pek Sung-ho, and there he is again to break up play. Just feels the back of his left hamstring as he stretched. Up it goes into the Blues territory. The nod down is by Iwata. Stansfield momentarily wins it back off of a fire. Then there's neat footwork by Leonard to pirouette away. Pek Sung-ho surrounded by orange shirts. He goes down, free kick Blues. Sarcastic jeers from the Tilton. Leonard, big corner kick Blues. A historic 9th win on the bounce in the waiting. Pek Sung-ho readying this corner kick. Left-hand side, right-footed delivery in front of the Tilton, and the referee is going to stop things again for some melees in the centre of the 6-yard box.
To go in a big game in front of a big crowd, what does the referee expect?
So here comes this corner kick, left-hand side, right-footed towards the near post, flicks right, the road's looked offside, the linesman's flag stays down, and thankfully Blues get it away. Stansfield looking to take it into his stride, but he can only Gabriel. Ethan Laird charges it down. Peck picks up, finds Harris. Peck again tights the left-hand touchline inside the Blues defensive quarter. Bielik. Getting late in the game now. It's surely next goal will be the winner territory. Davis. Peck. Across it comes to Harris. He's got Laird making it an inside channel run. Instead he goes inside to Leonard. Leonard repelled to the halfway line for Peck. And now we'll go the other way down the right-hand side with Bielik. Inside to Willemsen, looking to pull the strings from that number 10 role. Peck. Leonard. Round the corner for Laird. Laird holds it up on the touchline. Back to Leonard. There's players in the penalty area, but Blues choose to delay the cross.
There's just no natural left-footed on the left-hand side to be able to swing it in.
Davis carrying it forward to the halfway line. Pek Sung-ho. Inside it goes to Harris. Harris glides across the turf and offloads to Iwata. We're about 35 yards out from goal. Right-hand side now with Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Bielik out of his feet. Urged to deliver. Instead he glides in field. Peck. Wide to this left-hand side for Laird. Wants it back on his right foot to deliver. A fire closes down that angle and robs Laird of possession. Leonard wins it back. Leonard. Peck, left-hand side. Blackpool still down to 10. Pek Sung-ho, left-footed delivery. Willemsen's round the back, knocked down across the 6-yard box. And somehow Blackpool survive. But it's Laird who charges down Gabriel's clearance.
That's a wonderful header back from Willemsen.
Still so much to be positive about for this Blues side.
No, absolutely. I think it's easy to use a tactical plan. It's worked. But for me, I think you'd have to look at the bigger picture. Look at the opportunities Blackpool had, and for better finishing from